Already I said that MT103 is a single customer credit transfer. The announcement and the transaction flow both should be happen for the single message. Okay. MT103, either the two kind of relationship is there. One is a direct banking relationship, another one is an indirect banking relationship. Direct banking relationship means both the bank have NASTO and VASTO account relationship. The no need to involve any intermediary. Okay, in this scenario. Okay. We know ordering customer is SB India and Rahul ordering receiver customer is Citibank AIE. Both the bank have a NASTO and VASTO account relationship, so they no need to do. They never involve any correspondence. Okay, but in this scenario, indirect banking relationship, the SB India. Okay, we don't need to send the money to Rahul. He is from Dubai. Okay, but SB India, they don't have a direct relationship with Citibank UAE. On the time, what they do that they approach for the correspondent banks. Okay, correspondent bank. This is called the indirect relationship. Okay, and field details and all I will provide. Okay, mandatory field details. End of the slide I will provide. If you go with my video, end of the slide I will tell that. Okay, each and every field details. Okay, we will go to the file spec right now. Please listen very carefully. This is for 103 MT103 file spec. Okay. Sender reference number. What is sender reference number? The sender should be generated on reference number because they need to track the transaction their end. Okay, that is called 16-digit number. It's for identification of the transaction. Okay, who is the sender? They can able to identify the transaction. Okay, on that purpose they generate the sender reference number. It won't start with slash or double slash. In case it start with slash or double slash, you got the error code T26. In this point, you have any doubts? This is the mandatory field. You have any doubts in this field? Shall I move on next one?
No, why it will come for a slash?
That is for standard format now, Naga. You can use to delimiter now. Delimiter concept is there now. Mostly you provide on data. You mention now that data should be this format only. Right? That now, suppose they're providing any other format, you need to reject now. So that reason they mention slash or double slash.
Okay.
It start or end with slash, but it's not consecutive two slash. Okay, you can able to put only one slash only. Suppose I initiate the transaction. Okay, it automatically generated in my bank. Okay, suppose in case the two slashes come, that is not a standard format now. Suppose I won't mention this condition. Okay, what the bank do that they generate they use the two slash. Sometimes they use the three slash also. You got error message. That is a standard format. I will tell that you can able to use a start or end with slash. That's it. That is your requirement. You can able to use the same format for all the banks who are all used in SWIFT network. What is a time indication? Already I said that concept. Rosalie, you are aware of the time indication concept, right? Time indication means when the transaction should be initiated. Okay, when it should be processed, when it should be reached. You can see the time based on the UTC, universal time concept. Okay, this won't come to the local time concept. If you initiate the transaction from India, you check Indian timings, it's not possible. If you initiate the transaction from any kind of UK or US, okay, you cannot able to see that UK or US time standard. It's always come to that UTC format, universal time concept. Example, closing time, receiving time, like that. Okay. What is bank operation code? Just tell me the bank operation code. What is meant by bank operation? Rosalie, you have any idea from bank operation code? What kind of operation you are performing for the specific SIP network? Whether credit or debit or what kind of action you should be performed. You need to credit the amount from one, as per our example, you need to credit the amount from one customer to another customer. So bank operation code should be like that, cred. I plan to credit their account. This kind of operation only performed in my bank and SIP network. That you can able to see that bank operation code field. You got it? In this part, you have any doubts? Suppose in this case, I will provide the cred. Okay, what kind of action should be performed? Credit. Yeah, what action I will mention in this field, that action only it should be performed. Okay, in case I provide invalid actions, you got the invalid action errors. Because all the details should be maintained in dynamic way, okay? Predefined format. What is the instruction code? Already I will explain the concept. What is meant by instruction code? Just tell me. What kind of transaction I should be flow in SIP network? Whether it's a check transaction or corporate transaction or any kind of forex or trade like that. Okay, you need to understand now what kind of action should be performed in the per specific specific instruction. Suppose you have one file. Okay, you provide the details. Okay, what kind of instruction you should be follow? Whether you pay the check payment or any NEFT or TGS payment or corporate trade payment, you need to understand now what kind of action I should be doing bank side. So the reason they are using for instruction code. Why they mention for the instruction code? Just tell me.
This they wanted to know the type of transaction.
Absolutely right. Okay, because I used from many kind of lanes. Okay, either I can use to TT lane, I can use to TT line, BT line, book transfer line, or TGS line, NEFT lines. Which line I need to push my transaction? That you can able to you understand for instruction code. Whether it's a check payment or corporate payment or FX payment or what kind of payment you need to push. Okay, that you need to understand now. Once it's go to the beneficiary side, which system I need to approach? Because the beneficiary, they are used to many systems, whether it's a core payment system or any non-fast payment system, fast payment system, many systems they are used to. They identify which field I need to push the transaction. You got it? Instruction code. Naga, you also got the concept, right?
Yes, bro.
I go very slow because you guys need to understand entire concept. Okay, each and every field. What is a transaction type code? I informed yesterday also transaction type code. This is also very important. What is the reason of the individual transaction? I highlight everything is the red. Okay, you read that part. Okay, what kind of transaction I will do that? Whether it's a yeah.
It's similar previous one.
Yes, correct. Yeah, they actually that what are the field it should come. It's common for all the SIP message. Okay, 26T concept should not be differ for MT202 cover or 202 MT103 or any kind of message, because these field it's come to the transaction type code. They maintain the database like that. Okay, whenever 26T it's come to that, it is a transaction type code for all the messages. It should not be differ. I have used 750 SIP message, or taking the example, I have used a rounding of 67 or 75 SIP messages. Okay, I can use a different kind of format for each and every SIP message. It's possible to maintain the database in SIP network. Naga, it's possible.
No.
Why it's not possible? Because they use some base framework. Okay, the base framework. Okay, that setup should be. They made the changes in the base framework. Okay, some field they put the extra information, or some security purpose they added some functionalities, or they remove some functionality, but the field details should be always common only.
No, my question is instruction code and transaction type code is kind of similar now, because previous field there was the FX type and
How you say that instruction code? Under instruction code you said that what kind of system you can able to approach, whether it's a credit card system or corporate trade system or TGS non-fast payment system or fast payment system. This transaction type should be explained what kind of transaction you should initiate it. Take down the example, I initiate the NEFT transaction, okay, or RTGS transaction. It's go to the non-fast payment only. These tell that non-fast payment, okay, whether it's a non-fast payment network you need to approach, but transaction type should be tell that what kind of transaction you initiate, whether it's a salary transaction or pension transaction or dividend transaction, what kind of transaction you should initiate it. That should be explained in the transaction type code. You got it?
yeah.
Why they provide all the things in the beneficiary customer? Just tell me why they provide all the information from the beneficiary customer. My question, if the SIP network do the transaction, it's a clearing and settlement, all these things from SIP network side,
No,
what will happen from SIP network?
they only send the message like
Yes, correct. The payment validation and everything happen from where?
from bank.
Ordering institution, what kind of payment? What kind of payment validation should we do? Just tell me what kind of payment validation should we do from ordering institution side?
Account details.
Okay. Ordering
Sender.
ordering customer, yeah, sender customer, account details, KYC,
And the amount.
KYC, and they have a sufficient amount or not, risk level, and all the account validation, whether the account validation, it's a closed account or it's active or inactive, closed or dormant account. Okay. What is the risk level validation they should be do? Okay, what kind of risk level validation you can able to push from other bank? Even the risk level is low means you can able to push, because the customer don't have any risk. Okay, already they have any bankrupted customer, or they have they don't have a sufficient fund, some other external problem. On the time they put as a risk customer. Okay, it's a low level risk means it should be processed. In case it should be high level risk. What they happen? The transaction should be rejected. It's moved to that rejection queue. Naga, you forget that when the rejection is happened, rejection queue, because the customer have a high level risk customer. You cannot able to push the transaction. Okay, you need to stop your transaction. So it's go to the high level risk queue. Okay, in case medium, what will happen? Medium level, some banks are move the transaction to non-STP queue. Please note it down somewhere. Non-STP queue, STP queue under local. This it's moved to the non-STP queue. The bank front-end officer.
What is STP?
It's straight through process. Okay. Straight through process. No need to record any.
Straight through process.
Yeah, you no need to record for any approval. Okay. Non-STP means bank front-end or back-end officer should be approved. Okay, pa, you can able to do the transaction. It's fine. Otherwise, you need to reject the transaction. They provide the reject command and reject the transaction. Got it? STP means straight through process. Got it? Okay. What is the account level validation? Just tell me. Think and tell me what is the account level validation? Why I need to validate for my account? Can I provide my card number? Okay. It's a valid account number.
No.
Okay. Can I provide what kind of account? How it should be identified? Account level validation means I will tell that, okay, some corporate, they can able to initiate the transaction via virtual account, because the virtual account tagged under real account. You guys are now the virtual account, real account concept already explained now. You are aware of it? Okay.
Can you please tell me again?
Real account means, take this example, TCS software, BPO, and any kind of info network management. The functional wise, it should be differ unit. Okay, software is one kind of unit, BPO is one kind of unit, network management is a one kind of unit. Okay, But what the TCS do, these all are my TCS in TCS IT department. I tagged one account, okay. This is my real account, okay. After what they do that, in my database, I tagged again each and every based on the real account, I tagged every virtual account. Software. They used account number for. Got it? It's my TCS real account. This is for software department virtual account. Okay, another one. BPO, business process outsourcing. Okay, BPO department. What they do that? BA account. Next, network management. BA account. In my file spec, okay, I initiate the transaction, okay. On the time I will provide the sender account number is like that. But bank database, what they do that? It's mapped under real account against the virtual account. You got it? I initiate the transaction via this account, but its bank database go to that, check that real account balance, whether the real account have a balance or not. In case the balance is there, they pull the transaction. So like that, okay. Okay, instruction type, I tell that what kind of transaction you initiate, whether it's a salary transaction or pension or dividend, okay. Okay, monthly you got the salary, okay. You need to understand, okay, whether it's any payment system, it's initiated from non-payment system only, okay, because it's come from NEFT, okay. They put some scheduler and your transaction should be processed. But what kind of transaction type should be processed, that need to be understood, whether it's a salary transaction, whether in a government office, okay, they need to process the pension, okay. On the time they mention the pension, okay. In case you invest any stock market, you need to pay the dividend, okay. On the time they mention the dividend. What kind of transaction should be done from the beneficiary customer side, that it should be understood from 26D transaction type code. Got it? So we move on next one. Okay, 32A already I said that. What is 32A? This field should be said that what is our settlement amount? What is our example? I will tell that what is our example. I will put that you need to send the money to Rahul from Dubai. Okay, what is the settlement amount? What is my taken settlement amount? Just tell me. My settlement amount is a AED because I initiate the transaction from INR. But my settlement need to be done from AED. So that reason that details should be mentioned. Validate interbank settlement amount. This field, okay. What is the format of date? YYMMDD. Already said that this is the standard format, okay. Okay, I will provide my currency details. You can able to provide the currency details Indian rupee like that. It's possible. Japan yen, you provide the details, it's possible. No, they have one currency code, okay. What they do that they maintain the currency code. India means INR. like that. You got it? This validation you don't need to forget at any time. Okay. Here what are the validations happen from the originator side? Account validation, risk level validation, and STP or non-STP medium level validations, and account, whether it's active account or inactive account, closed account or dormant account. Suppose they provide the inactive account, okay, initiate the transaction, whether it's inactive account, you can able to process the transaction. I close that account, okay, but they tell that they process the transaction, it's possible. Bank tells you that is an invalid account. Next one is a account mapping. I tell that now virtual account, mirror account, all the mapping should be happen, okay. Account validation, account number, length checking, real account and virtual account mapping. Next, what should be differ from ordering institution side? Think and tell me, Ragila, Rosali and Naga. Think and tell me what kind of validation next should be happen. What kind of transaction you should initiate? Whether it's non-fast payment or fast payment. You guys are taking the notes, right?
Yeah.
RTGS or BT or TT like that. TT like that. Okay, what kind of transaction initiated? Okay, next. What is your extreme limit? Threshold limit. Okay, that is called the threshold limit. Okay. This table maintain how much maximum amount you can able to transfer. Because you transfer, okay, your limit is 1 lakh USD. Okay, you try to transfer 1 lakh 10,000 USD. It's moved to that non-STP queue. Bank front end officer, back end officer approval is required. You can able to do the transaction or not. You got it, threshold amount limit.
Yeah.
Any other validation, what are the validation should be done from originator side? Think and tell me. You guys are working bank side, not think and tell me. Now, why they do that account number checking, real account or virtual account mapping and everything? In case you put the your card number in processor file, its processing should be happen, because we need to validate the account number now. Card number is come to the either it's a 24 digit or 12 digit or what kind of digit it's come to that based on the country to country. Okay, the validation need to be happen from account number side, account number length. Okay, threshold amount. Any other validation is there? Just think and tell me.
Yeah, sometimes it's validation for
Yeah.
pay.
Yeah, beneficiary validation. Good, Naga. Beneficiary validation. Who is the beneficiary? Another validation, just think and tell me. Product derivation, I will tell that whether it's RTGS product or BT or product or ITT product, the derivation should be happen. Any other validation? Think and tell me.
Country validation.
What kind of validation?
Country.
Yeah, country validation. Yeah, country code setup. Country code setup. Base currency derivation. What is base currency derivation? In this base currency derivation only you can able to understand the receiver side which currency you can able to transfer. Base currency derivation. Any other validation? That is enough. Okay, after they refer some common libraries and all, you read it. Oh yeah, somewhere. Okay, it's a very big concept. Common libraries, derivation rules, like that. These all happen from this ordering customer side, AML validation, anti-money laundering, WFAC. These are all the common validation. Okay, right now we got it now. These points. You guys are understand entire flow, end-to-end flow. So the reason I will tell elaborately. Okay, validate currency code and settlement amount. You understand. Okay, settlement amount should be standard country code and currency code. Okay, I have a currency. Okay, India I can able to use for this format. 1,000 rupees .77. It should be accepted from Indian side. After 3 digits, it's go to that 1,000 rupees. Can I able to do this transaction? It's not possible now. After 2 digit only accepted. 1,000.89 or 90 only it's come. 88 like that. That format you need to maintain. Okay, date format and country format and as well as that currency format. All you need to be maintained. Currency and instruction field, the format validation. Okay, the currency code should be ISO format, amount should be decimal format, like that. Already said na, validate and currency code, it should be the settlement amount details. The currency and instruction amount, that 33B is still that what kind of format you should be accepted, whether it's ISO format or decimal format, like that. What is exchange rate? Why they use for exchanging rate?
Because it's changing date.
Okay, take this example. What is our example? INR to USD transaction, right? What is the amount of INR to USD? I think 80 rupees or 80.50. This is called the exchange rate. The exchange rate calculation should be happen from here. Based on this, what you mentioned in the 33B, okay, based on the 33B, that 36 optional field should be do that exchange calculation. Because you need to provide your transaction currency, okay, which currency you made the transaction, okay, originating currency. Based on the originating currency, beneficiary currency, exchange rate calculation should be happen back end. Suppose inside the country, it's not required because used for the same currency.
Yeah.
This, Naga, you understand now, this 36 exchange rate concept? Okay, ordering customer, 15A, okay. What they mention from ordering customer, why they mention for ordering customer? I tell that one party identifier. What is a party identifier? Just tell me the concept. Ordering customer, say what is the party identifier? You go with the bank, okay. You provide your Aadhaar number or any other thing. What will happen? They enter the Aadhaar number. After what happens? Suddenly your name, address and everything is come now. That is called the party identifier. One kind of validations. Whether they're using for passport number or alien registration number, what they used many number, okay. Originating customer 15A field. Based on the party identifier, they pick that address and remaining details, okay. Passport means they mention the CCPT. Passport means they mention the passport number. Whether the specific ordering customer mapped against for specific identification code. See, identifier code must be registered big valid date format. Identifier code, this is called the identifier code. You are a specific identity, okay. Suppose we know have one kind of identity code. Rahul have one kind of identity code, okay. Based on the countries, okay. India they follow the other, US they follow the SSN number, like that. That is called the identifier code. Here the date format look that YYMMDD ISO country code. The date format should be different now. Only for identifier code it's come to that YYYYMMDD, like that. Remaining every part it's come to that YYMMDD. Shall we move on next one? In this part you have any doubt? Sending instruction. What is meant by sending instruction? This one I won't explain for the previous class. what kind of instruction you should be follow, whether it's a payment instruction or cancellation instruction or amendment instruction or modification instruction, that you need to understand now. Once I initiate the transaction, okay, after I need to make the amendment in transaction, it's possible, right? Banking side. Okay, your file should be rejected. What will you do? You got the NAC response. Your file should be rejected. What will you do? You got a cancellation query now. Some information are misstored. Again, you need to make the changes, right?
Yes.
That is called the sending instruction, which be used in the case of queries, cancellation, etc. See, why they mentioned for that sender reference for this field? Together, why they connect with the sender reference from here? Just think and tell me why they connect for the sender reference from here. Because sender, they need to identify the transaction on the time the sender reference number is required now. So the reason they maintain for the sender reference number from field 51A. What is the ordering institution? Ordering customer, they have account with ordering institution. Okay, so that reason the ordering institution they mention. Okay, ordering institution means they plan to ordering customer, they plan to send the money to beneficiary side, they approach for the ordering institution. It should be differ from the sender. See, because the sender approach for the different banks and like that. Okay, national clearing code should be contained. National clearing system code. Why they maintain for the national system clearing code? Here, see, party identifier. I will tell that there. I will tell that party identifier is a SSN number or ordering customer SSN number or Aadhaar card like that. Here, what I mentioned that party identifier, national clearing system code. What is the national clearing code system code of India? IFSC code. Whenever the code should become, okay, whenever the code should become, you don't call it as a name. It's called as a party identifier. Okay, anybody asks the interview, national clearing system code, what you called in SIF message, you simply tell that is called the one kind of party identifier, because the transaction need to flow for which country, that you need to understand. So the reason they maintain for the party identifier. Okay, accounting institution have a big code. Okay, big code against part clearing system code. Okay, both should be maintained in the table. India, they are called IFSC code. US, they called the Fedwire, like that. Here you have any doubts? Shall we move on next one? Naga, here you have any doubts, Naga?
No,
Naga, why I'm again and again explain for the concept. Without understanding this concept, you cannot able to understand the entire flow. Same sheet should be come from MT 910, 950, 940, 942, all like that. But few things is differ. Okay, flow should be differ. Why they use for 53A sender correspondent? Rosalie, tell me why they use for sender correspondent? Because they both the bank don't have a direct relationship. On the time they use for the sender correspondent. Here also the sender correspondent also they maintain the big code. Wherever it's come to that sender correspondent, ordering institution, receiver correspondent, all these ways they maintain the big code is a mandatory. In case you provide the invalid big code, you got T27, T28, T29, T45 like that errors. Why they mention sender will reimburse for this condition? Just tell me. Naga, this is for your scenario. Okay, if you ask rejection scenario now, it's go to that receiver correspondent bank. Okay, my fund should be rejected. How it should be flow again for ordering customer, ordering institution? It's directly go for ordering institution. It's possible. Reimbursement should be happen from step by step only. Suppose the fund should be flow from ordering institution to sender correspondent to receiver correspondent. In case any kind of interrupt happen from the receiver correspondent, a reimbursement happen from the sender correspondent. After sender correspondent, the reimbursement happen from this ordering institution. Because they both the bank don't have a direct relationship. How you flow the fund, same way the reimbursement should be happen. In case it should be failed, you got from T27, T28, T29, T45 error like that. Shall we move on receiver correspondent concept? Where they use for receiver correspondent, just tell me. Sender correspondent used from ordering institution side. Receiver correspondent is from which side?
Receiver, beneficiary.
Beneficiary side. Up to sender correspondent, your local currency should be involved. Please remember that up to sender correspondent, your local currency should be involved. After it's go to the receiver correspondent, what currency you need to transfer, whether it's AED or UK, any Japan yen or Singapore currency, okay, that currency won't be involved. Got it? Read this field, why I mentioned like that. This field inform that fund need to be moved from this receiver side. Everything is move out of your country. It's moved to that payer side, okay? Who is the beneficiary? That side it's come to that. Here also they maintain the big code. Each and every field they maintain the big code here. Identifier code must be the registered financial institution big. All the bank they need to maintain the big code. Register big codes. Why they use for sender and receiver correspondent? Here I will explain now. The absence of field 53 and 54, 53 and 54, it's a single direct account relationship. Because both the bank have a direct relationship, so fund should be flow directly. Whenever it should be involved, it's not a direct relationship, that's called an indirect relationship. Why use for third reimbursement institution? Just tell me, reimbursement institution means what? Which branch should be clear the fund? That you can able to understand. I provide the receiver correspondent big code, okay? Which branch should be release the fund? That you need to identify now, correct? So the reason they maintain for reimbursement institution. See, when the funds are made available to this branch and financial institution, because which financial institution move the transaction, that you need to understand. Now I will give the receiver correspondent, okay? End of the receiver correspondent, I won't provide the branch details, okay? Something they maintain the default branches. Suppose India, I won't mention the SBI IN XXXX. Which branch they do the transaction clearing? Either Hyderabad branch or Mysore branch or Chennai branch, like that. Because they tag some details, okay? Suppose the branch details not provided end of the scenarios, okay? They only provide the big code, and end of the scenario the branch details not provided. On the time they check for reimbursement institution table. Naga, you got this point?
Yes.
Because they maintain the table wise, okay? Receiver correspondent, in case the receiver correspondent, the big code is not a correct format, okay? Big code is a valid, but end of the branch details they won't verify it. On the time they refer for the third reimbursement institutions, okay? Codes and all same here. Anybody mostly they won't ask the code, okay? T27, T28, T29, T45. These only it's come for big code validations. They don't raise any questions. You have a time search in it, okay? How the error code should be look. What is intermediary bank? Already explained the concept. Just tell me what is the intermediary bank? When it should be involved? Intermediary bank means that is also. Yeah, tell me.
Between sender correspondent and receiver correspondent.
Okay, why they here in this scenario? Why they use for correspondent bank as well as intermediary bank? Just tell me. Correspondent bank is a big bank. Intermediate bank is a small bank. Correspondent bank they can able to clear multiple currency, but intermediate bank they can able to clear single currencies. Suppose the account with institution is any kind of small bank, RBL bank or any other bank, okay? They maintain the intermediary bank. Any X or Y bank or yeah, tell me.
But so as you told you will have either of them, na? Because if correspondent bank is involved, if they are clearing multiple currency, why they need intermediary bank?
Yeah, it's required. Think and think the scenarios. Already explained scenarios. Going forward, I will give a lot of assignment for you guys. Seriously, I will tell that. I will explain this scenario for third time. Take down this example. We no need to send the money to Rahul. Otherwise, if you tell some actor's name, okay, you guys are forget, okay. I know very well. Take down this Vijay or Ajit examples. You don't forget, okay. Vijay is a ordering customer. Ordering customer from India. He have a account in SBI India. Ordering institution. Ordering institution, okay. Ajit have any Z bank. Is small bank from Ajit hold the account in any small bank in UAE. Got it? Okay. Ordering customers Vijay. How much amount they need to transfer? 1 lakh AED. This is for our scenario. Ajit is the ordering customer from India. SB India is an ordering institution. And SB India, they don't have a direct relationship with EZ Bank. What they happen? They approach for the sender correspondent. Mostly SB India have a sender correspondent. You take any small banks from here, okay? Any A bank. Any X bank. That is a small bank, okay? So approach for the correspondent, okay? Sender correspondent SB Bank, India. Because correspondent bank, they can able to clear the multiple currency. This flow should be stopped from India side. Okay, your currency base, your local currency flow happen from this side. Okay, after it's go to that beneficiary side. Okay, the currency conversion, exchange, and instruction code, all the validation should be happen. Okay, what happened after? SB India, they have a tie-up with Citibank UAE. He is called it's called a receiver correspondent. You guys are need to spend 45 minutes, please. It's come to the receiver correspondent. What after will happen? Just tell me, Razila, what will happen after?
It will go to intermediary.
Why it's need to go for intermediary bank? Receiver correspondent, they don't have a relationship with final beneficiary. Is that bank? Final beneficiary is the Ajit Izat Bank. He holding account in Izat Bank. Its bank is called a account with institution or beneficiary institution, like that. Okay, got it? Account with institution or beneficiary. Okay, what they happen? Izat have account in Fab UAE. I provide the secure for you. You can able to clear that INR currency. Can use intermediary with low charges. Izat Bank also accepted, okay? Because the receiver correspondent.
Just like the foreign exchange happened here only.
Foreign exchange, exchange happen only for the outside the country only, Naga. It's the exchange rate and conversion happen all these things in outside country only. Rosalie, you got this point? Why it's come to that intermediary bank?
Not understand.
Citibank UAE receiver correspondent, okay? They don't have a direct relationship with the Ajit. Both are the same country. Ajit Bank is a EZ, okay. EZ Bank also in Dubai only. But receiver correspondent bank and final beneficiary institution bank, they don't have a relationship. They don't have any NASTA or VASTA account relationship. What should be happen? You have account relationship, you can able to create a debit. You don't have account relationship, what will happen? On the time, the intermediary should be involved. Because Citibank UAE, they have a NASTA and VASTA account relationship with Fab UAE. Here, you no need to call for NASTA or VASTA relationship. It's called an internal account relationship like that. Okay. Internal suspense account relationship. They called as internal suspense account relationship within a country like that. Terms they are used. Okay. After what they happen, Intermediary bank, they can able to directly send to that EZ bank. Otherwise, Intermediary bank, they can able to send the money to account with institution. Account with institution, GIB, UAE. And after what will happen? It's moved to the final beneficiary EZ bank. You understand the flow, right? This is for the all the parties should be involved for this flow. Rosali, you understand the concept? Naga, you understand the concept?
But why Intermediary bank cannot directly go to Z bank, because it is not having a direct relationship.
Sometimes it's have a direct relationship. It's go to the final beneficiary. Otherwise, it's go to the account with institution.
So can't receiver correspondent directly approach to GIB?
These both bank have a direct relationship. What will happen? Why these many parties involved? That is your question, right?
Yeah.
Because of charges. You are from customer A. You are from ordering institution. You approach for SB India. Citibank UAE tell that I will provide the list charges. I make the transaction. What will do that SB India? Obviously, they provide the account with Citibank UAE only. Correct? Some banks give 100 AED. Citibank UAE they given only for the 50 AED for the service. What will do that SB India? They collect the client from 100 AED, no problem. But bank need to profit now. Ordering customer institution X Bank India, okay. SB India tell that I need for 20 AED. Ordering institution they provide the charges. But after what they do that SB India tell that this transaction I need for 250 AED. Your charges from it 250 AED. You need to pay the 250 AED. After what SB India do that, they search for who is our favorite bank in beneficiary side. Suppose Citibank asks only for the 50 AED and Fab India asks only for the 10 AED. Account with institution GIB asks only for the 10 AED. How much profit for SB India? Charges should be less now. So the reason they are approaching for that banks. Everything is a favor condition only. A SIP network also should be work for the banking relationship only. But in this scenario, all the bank have a RMA relationship. All are SIP network relationship, RMA relationship. But they don't have a accounting relationship directly. So the reason these many parties should be involved. Yeah. Shall we move on the next?
Ganesh, you said the RMA, what is that?
RMA means relationship management account. That means that is whenever bank need to be entered in SIP network, they need a relationship with the SIP. Nothing. How I say that RMA? RMA means what you mean? You can able to act, you can able to see my product. That's it. You cannot able to use my product. You can able to see my product. RMA means we have a relationship. Okay. Suppose the fund is coming now. I can able to send a chat message or some other things. Okay, but I cannot able to do the transaction for your bank. Accounting means I can able to do the transaction, debit and credit, all the transaction I can able to do that. Got it? Right now you got it? RMA means who are all the bank in RMA, they only can able to access the SIP network. Still you have doubt?
Okay, no problem.
Now the same like
I
that,
understand.
you, G7 conference, okay, only for the 7 country they can able to access now. Same like that, okay. You can able to access the SIP network, you need to for RMA relationship.
Okay.
Without RMA relationship, SIP network is not a open source, okay. Everybody cannot able to use, okay. They need a RMA relationship. At least you need to use my network, you need to pay some amount like that. You remember that, okay. Shall we move on next one?
Okay.
Where we are beneficiary account with institution. Intermediary you clear right now?
Yes.
What is the IBAN number? That is a 35-digit character or some other thing. It's a accounting number, okay. The standard accounting number. Here also they used a part A if a national clearing system code. See like that. Either 58A present also it's come to the 57A. I mentioned like that. See, read that content. 57A is not present. It means that the receiver is also the account with institution. He is the receiver now. He is also accounting with institution. Beneficiary institution, they called the ultimate receiver because its fund moved to that final beneficiary. It's called a 58A. They are the final beneficiary, okay. These are the same like that, big code and financial instruction code, okay. Clearing system ID and financial instruction code wise they managed. Here you have any doubt up to beneficiary?
No.
Remitter information, what is the remitter information? This yesterday I will tell that remitter information. Remitter information means what kind of transaction should be done, whether it's an invoice clearing or check payment or any salary payment or what kind of payment should be done, that you can able to see that remitter information. But they provide the remitter, okay. Who is the remitter? Hello, tell me.
So then, what is the difference for an institution type and this one?
What
Sorry,
is,
institution code.
I cannot able to your point, Naga. Maybe I think you have face network issue. Please tell me. I'm not audible. Please tell me. Raise your voice.
Am
Please.
I audible now?
Yeah, yes, you are audible.
Institution code and this one, the remittance information code. So what is the difference?
Institution code you can able to see that banking details, but in remitter information code you can able to see that what kind of transaction should be come, whether it's an invoice transaction or a salary transaction. Remitter provide extra information for your charge, your transaction. That's it. Who is the remitter sender now? They provide the extra information for the transaction. I do this transaction, I invoice transaction. This is my information. These are not an optional field only. They provide the extra information. That's it. Details of charges. Let's explain the concept. Details of charges. What is the details of charges? What are the charges should become? Rosalie, you explained, Rosalie. Beneficiary or charges and surcharges. These also I explained. Beneficiary charges should be collected from where? Beneficiary side. Or charges should be collected from originator side. Surcharges should be collected from shared charges. Got it? Suppose I made the transaction, okay. Think and tell me the charge concept. Anyone think and tell me. My charge is 1000 rupees. I need to transfer for 1 lakh USD. My charge is 50 USD. Penny bank sale. What happened? You need to pay that Benny Bank side means the sender send 1 lakh USD. It's moved to the receiver side now. Receiver side na beneficiary side. In case they have any charges account, okay, they maintain separate charges account. US currency, that specific charges account 1000 USD is there. They minus 15 USD. That charges account balance should be charges account balance should be 950 USD. Got it? In case they don't maintain any kind of charges account, what will happen? 1 lakh USD. Beneficiary side 50 USD direction should be happen. 9999 50 USD only. Go to the beneficiary hand. You got this Benny side charges concept right now? Rosali, Naga, you have any doubt for this part? You're audible,
No,
right?
madam. Yeah, audible.
Got it.
Why you guys are thinking about the timing? Please kindly stay on this half an hour, okay? I need to explain the concept. Tomorrow we need to go for MT 940 or 950 or like that, okay, 910. Otherwise, we cannot able to complete the course within a 1.5 months. Again and again, I will tell that same thing only. After you guys need to search the job and you got Raga, Naga, you also understand a lot of reason codes and all everything, correct? Please spend the time, okay? This is for 1 lakh USD, okay? In case it's come to that originator charge, what will happen? Just tell me what will happen. 1000 USD plus 50 USD
They have to pay
extra, right? 1 lakh 50 USD they need to pay. Got it? Naga, you got it?
Yes, Rash.
In case charges, same like that. Sender side they maintain the charge account details, otherwise receiver side they maintain the charge account details. The charge should be deducted from 25 and 25. I will share my charges, that's it. Got it? One more different. SIP network, the charge should be high compared with SEPA payments. SEPA payments I will explain later, okay? You got it, okay? What the next? Sender charges, same like that. I will explain the concept now. Okay. Benny or and Shaw charges, this kind of question they raised in interview, okay? Okay. Already I said that wherever the currency should become, they need to maintain for the ISO format and as well as the amount decimal format, right? This currency should be tell the receiver charges, okay? Receiver side how much charges should become. Mostly the charge calculation should be happen from the base currency only. Base currency is USD, means the USD wise only they do the charge calculation. You need to pay 50 USD or 20 USD like that. Got it? Receiver to sender information. These information also I will inform. These details provide the additional information of the receiver code. What is the additional information? Reference of the beneficiary, reference of the customer, invoice like that. Reference of the beneficiary means who is the beneficiary or who is the ultimate beneficiary like that, okay? Ultimate beneficiary means same like the TCS IT, ultimate beneficiary, okay? TCS software beneficiary like that. Got it? Regulatory reporting, what they tell that regulatory reporting? Tell me. What is mean by regulatory? Why they use for regulatory reporting? Residency of the ordering customer, residency of the beneficiary customer, customer address, name, and beneficiary extra information, and what are the regulatory coming from this country, all should be maintained in field 77B. Right now you guys are understand the concept of MT103, right?
Yeah.
Naga, you have any doubts?
No, brother.
You guys are any doubt, just ask me, because next file spec I will raise the question for you, because two file spec I will continuously explain. Okay, 940, 950 and all you guys need to explain for me.
Okay.
Why I'm provide the each and every field for your differentiation. In case you go to that work environment, okay, you need to see that, you need to identify, okay, why they are using for party identifier, what is the purpose, everything you need to understand, okay, because simply I will show that flow diagram and it move it, it's not a work, okay. Even I provide the technical details also, how the table should be configured, how it should be maintained, all these things, okay. I need to share this one. It's not a proper format. You guys have took the notes, right? Hello?
Yes,
Okay.
we are taking separate.
Okay. Okay. Shall I move for next section? Right now it's possible. It's 11 o'clock. You guys can able to spend. Okay, I will ask basic question. Okay. What does SIP
Shall we
network will
take
do?
for tomorrow?
Okay, okay. Just 10 minutes. Okay. What does SIP network will do?
So network will send the message from one institution to another.
Good. They
It's
do
like the instruction process.
Yeah, they do any payment validations? All the payment validation, okay, I already said that. Now originator side, these are the validation happen. Beneficiary side also some validation should be happen. Benny account number validation, and beneficiary risk validation, whether account is active or inactive account. In case the inactive account, return should be happen, correct? Suppose I transfer the inactive account, okay, ordering customer, they aware of it, the beneficiary account is active account or inactive account, it's possible. I can able to check my information only, my bank information only. I can able to check the beneficiary account number like that.
No.
You can able to check the beneficiary country details, whether it's a transaction country or OFAC country, like that you can able to check. Whether the beneficiary is a beneficiary institution is any terrorist attack institution or some other things you can able to check. But you can able to check the personal beneficiary information, whether the address is correct or not, account is active account or not, inactive account or not, like that. You can't able to do that validation, because ordering customer banking system, regulatory banking system is separate, and beneficiary customer regulatory banking system is separate. So that reason, ordering customer side, all the validation happen from initiation. Who is the initiator on that time? Only for beneficiary validation, beneficiary name and beneficiary country validation should be happen. Beneficiary side, all the beneficiary validation should be happen. Got it? SIP network only flow the transaction. That's it.